Hello ladies and gentlemen. Because my youngest just brought me the tripod, I decided to make a video, even though I sort of got started without making the video at the beginning. This here, what you see, is the Giggy's Mother's Day present, aka we're going to tear up all the grass from here back. We're going to plant flowers so that when you drive up, you don't see this ugly white metal wall. You see pretty flowers like roses, hydrangeas. Probably going to go with some knockout roses, just the red ones, because Giggy likes the red ones. And then hydrangeas, she likes white stuff like that too, so red and white, you know. And I'm more of a pinkish purpley yellow kind of person, but hey, different strokes for different folks. All right, let me tell you what I've done ahead of time before the video started. First, I took one of these bad boys and I went around here and I stuck that down like so, went like this. Made a line all the way on the border. It was all grass here, just like it is right here. And once I did this all the way through, just like boom, 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 I took the shovel, went right here, made a little square, got up under that grass, took it off, and then just went down the line, sliding the shovel under it and dumping it over here. And that's what we're doing even to this very moment. So let's keep it going. All right. Okay, folks, the last little bit of that, I didn't get on video because I got to talking to Giggy, and we were just talking while we were working. But you pretty much saw what I did, and now we got most of the grass up, got a little bit more weeds to pull, but this part here is now good to start putting out some plants. So in the next part of this video, which will be part of this video, but it'll be tomorrow in real time, we're gonna lay out some knockout roses, probably 3 of those right here. Block 1 in the front of the rock there, the fake rock where the well is, and then 1 here and 1 on the other side. And then we're going to put in, maybe just off the top of our heads, a couple hydrangeas, and then a different hydrangea in the middle, and then the other same 2 again on the other side, and they'll get pretty tall real fast and block some of the wall too. And check this out. This is a loropetalum. This thing was really old and really big, but only half of it was growing. It was kind of scraggly. It was right over here. And so we were kind of joking about how to get this thing out. And Giggy went to grab it, and it sort of came apart a little bit. So I went to grab it, and it just came out. All of it. All just by my hand. And so that'll never happen again. I tried to do another bush in the front. Yep, that did not happen. But anyways, that turned out really good. And now we'll get some stuff planted and show you the transformation. Let's do it. Okay, got some stuff laid out. So going down the line here, just kind of making a wall of stuff. We're we're gonna have 3 double knockout roses. So those are gonna be the red ones, the traditional ones. They'll get a nice size fairly quickly, block this wall behind us. And then I was gonna get the little limes, hydrangeas. However, to block more of the wall, I got firelight. So these are gonna be a little different. Get that nice bright kind of pinkish red color after a few months, I think, of being in bloom with the white. So I have that light green, white, red, and then over on the end, we've got the Incrediball. So that'll be a little bit different, kind of white and then that light green colors, and have those huge blooms. Of course, these are gonna be big too. These get about 6 to 8 feet. So they're gonna be in a lot of morning, early afternoon sun, and then start getting shade in the later afternoon. So I think they'll be okay. We'll keep them watered really good. And then this one will get a little more early morning shade, and then should be one of the first ones to get shade in the evenings as well as the sun goes down behind the building. So let's get all these planted into the ground. We're gonna put a little biotone starter. I got some of that finally the other day. Biotone starter plus with mycorrhizae, and so that's going to help the roots get going good. We're going to throw that down in there, as well as maybe a little bit of rose tone in them, although they probably don't need any right now. We'll put I might put the rose tone in there instead of the bio starter, or maybe both, maybe a handful of each. So for these roses. All right, let's get to it. All right, let's do some drip irrigation. You need one of these. If you're not going to use an actual one that has holes every few inches, this is the plastic 1/2 drip tubing. No holes or anything in it. This is what runs the main supply of water. And then you'll need a few things to make a simple one. I'm going to use this all-in-one little piece right here that goes straight onto the faucet. One side screws in. It has a pressure regulator here to make it where it's not too much pressure. So you're going to put that on. And then it also has a filter in there so nothing can do any backflow or anything like that. And then on this end here, this end's the faucet. This end is for the 1/2-inch tubing. Just push it in and it'll just lock in place. So if you want to take it off, you just push that in like that, and pulls right out. So anyway, that's what you need. And then you need, for the other end, this. This here's for the other end, stopper. So you push that on the other end of the tubing at the very end, and it keeps the water from just running out the other end. That's it. So then we'll, just a second, once we get that part hooked up, we'll talk about poking holes and running an individual dripper to each one of those, and I'll show you what those look like. Turn it on for a second, let it go all the way through, make sure there's no obstructions, and also for a few little kinked areas in there that I straightened out, it'll fill that up a little bit. So let's let it run for just a second. Followed it around, good flow of water. So let's cut it off and get the stopper put on that end. Can I do this here one-handed? You bet. Voila. Just push that down and the whole thing will pull out. It has little teeth in there that hold it in place. There we go. Perfect. Now we're ready to hook up each individual one. Let me show you what you'll need for that. One, if you're going to do it the way I do it with the bubblers, you're going to need the 1/4 inch black tubing, like so. All right. You also need to have a tool like this that will poke holes into this tubing right here. So you just put it over it, squeeze, pops a hole in it. Then to poke in that hole you just made, you'll need one of these 1/4 inch easy grip barb couplings. They're just open on both sides so water can flow through. I'll show you what it looks like. Looks just like that. So you just poke that into the hole. The other side goes in the 1/4 inch black tubing, and you run that to your plant. And then on the other side of the 1/4 inch black tubing that's under your plant, I'll show you what you plug that into. You'll plug it into this adjustable multi-stream emitter on a stake, or what is also called in other brands a bubbler. I'll show you what that looks like. So there you have it. Long spike you stick down into the middle of the plant there. I put it pretty low where this is just an inch or so out of the soil. The other end of the 1/4 inch black tubing fits right on here. And then this right here, you twist to open it, and it'll do a little fan of bubble or spray like out in a little fan like this in all the directions, depending on how much you open it. So you can make it drip just a little bit, or you can fan it out to like this wide of a circle. That's what I like to use for plants like these. Just a personal preference. You could get drip tubing, the little 1/4 inch drip tubing that has little holes in it, and you can wrap that around the base of the plant a couple times and do it that way, but I like these. Does it faster too. All right, let's get all that hooked up. Make a nice clean cut on the end of this. It's kind of diagonal. Nice clean cut. Boom. Now we're gonna make a hole in the drip system. Went a little bit farther away. There you go, like that. That'll work. Okay, the camera got hot, overheated, so I went ahead and hooked everything up except for this last knockout rose, and I'll show you what I'm doing. First, you take this, you pop a hole in it, like so. Boom, popped a hole, dripping some water. You take one of these barbs, you pop it in. It's gonna make a popping sound. Let's see if we can hear it. Pop, yeah. Then we only need a few inches of our tubing here, 1/4 inch tubing. We'll go about right there. Pop one piece on. Just push it till it goes all the way as far as it'll go. And then our little multi-stream emitter slash bubbler. Open up the top a little bit. I actually had to cut back some of these. They were spraying pretty good. Good problem to have. Take this, push it in the other end. Just like that. Now we're gonna find a place close to the rose. We're gonna dip that in there real good, pretty low to the ground. Now we're gonna cut everything on, and that's it. Let's see if it works. And look at that, under each one. So 15 minutes or so, and these will be completely watered in. If you use drip tubing and wrap it around it, that's going to, you're gonna wanna water it a little longer. That one's already flooding out the end, so have to adjust that a little bit, but it's a cool thing. All you do to adjust them is tighten them up or loosen the top of the bubbler. Let's check all these. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect. Good deal. We push that one a little further down. It popped up, I think, when we hit this tube. Perfect. And there's our last one over there. You can see it at the bottom. All right, so I'm gonna put little landscape pins down to hold everything in place. Then I think it's about time for mulch. Awesome. All right, got some cypress mulch. Before I put that down though, I try this little trencher. Just got the little trenching shovel there. Went around, made a little line, and now I'm going from this side, kind of at an angle with a shovel, and kind of make it dip down. I'm gonna go out and clear out that dirt. See what it looks like. I've seen some YouTube videos on it, so let's finish it out here. Before we finish out, the cows say moo. Okay, ready for mulch. Now, a couple different things here. Probably gonna not do the very back for now. I may put cardboard down all the way down here and then put mulch over it, since we're not going to be planting anything there, and that way it'll help with the weeds. So this part over here, this back half here, mulch, I'm going to put some on a pipe, give it some support, and then do around all the bushes first, a little bit back from them down to the front, very light layer down there in the bottom, and we should have enough room to go weed eat all the way down there, like so. We're just gonna try it. I've always wanted to try one of these, so now, good practice. Alrighty, let's get some mulching. The bags are out, and like they said on Peach Dragon when they were looking for Petey, they got tired of it. They said, "Why don't we go home and do some eating?" I'm about to say, why don't we just go home and do some mulching? All right. Anyways, let's go. Alrighty, folks, it is done. My phone died on me, so I didn't get to show you all this stuff, but I just took up all the dirt with a shovel and put that out in the woods with all the other debris. And then we took a weed eater right down this line. Probably wasn't perfect. That was my first time trying that, but to make that edge kind of like the ones on the videos. And then we got everything watered in, all the watering systems hooked up, and turned out pretty good. I think it's only going to take about 15 minutes of watering. So anyways, let's get another shot of the whole thing.
Okay.
With Molly the collie. So while all the other people were going out and buying a daylily for Mother's Day, I just did an entire garden bed. So we actually did that in a little over 24 hours. So we started yesterday and got done. I'm not sure how I did that.
It wasn't we, it was all you.
Well, I was going to let you throw the last piece of mulch in.
Oh.
Anyways, so if you like the video, like, subscribe, share with your friends, all that good stuff. Cruiseville's going to take some Motrin. Peace out.